Tower Defense Simulator is not normally a super competitive game. You know, you get your scout down, kill some normal zombies, it's good vibes. But there is one aspect of the game meant to distinguish the top players: the leaderboards. These have technically been in the game for years, but they've almost always been non-functional. However, in an update on the 23rd of February 2024, they were actually fixed. The boards will now actually track wins to determine the top 50 players of each month. Don't worry about the EXP leaderboards, I think that is still broken. I want to do whatever it took, speedrun as many games as possible to get on that puppy. Specifically, I want to get not just into the top 50, but into the top 3, the highest grouping, as noted by these little crowns next to the player names. This turned out to be just an incredibly chaotic, challenging, and overall very wacky experience. First of all, the question you probably have is, how am I actually going to do this? Like, the leaderboards update came out a week before the end of February, and in that time the third place player had already racked up 356 wins. I've played this game for 4 years and I have 490 total wins. I mean, I love a painstaking grind as much as anyone else, but this just seemed impossible, especially since I was starting from 0 wins here. Like, that is a lot of hours speedrunning normal mode. But I had accounted for this, and I did have a plan, which started off by me just checking the leaderboards throughout the day. 9:47 in the morning, went and checked, yep, all normal. 1:01 PM, went and checked, all normal. 4:04 PM, went and checked, and bingo. Alright, I was not prepared. I don't have a strategy ready. I'm gonna have to send it. We have to bink it. If you're confused at what's happening or why I'm now suddenly trying to speedrun this match on normal mode, basically, the leaderboards go by month. I was playing here on the 29th of February. Leap year, by the way, that's cool. And by checking the boards at the top of every hour, I had sniped the exact time period where the leaderboards reset for the new month, March. It still said February on them, which was weird, but you can tell it reset since all the people on it only have one win. I figured if I just speedran some dubs before other people caught on, I could sneakily grab a spot at the top. Do note though, the hour they reset at was a bit strange. Again, it was only 4 o'clock here. I didn't question why at the time, but this turned into a problem later on. No matter what though, I would still need to grind a lot of these normal mode runs. My loadout here was pretty standard. I used golden soldiers to defend for the early game, I then farmed a bit, I got my DJ and commanders up, and I maxed out 2 accelerators to give me enough DPS to easily melt the final boss of the mode. The Gravedigger was absolute freelo. I completed my first run in 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Not great, not terrible. For my next run, I switched maps to try to save more time. Alright, he's donezo. Another win in the books. And I did actually triumph 8 seconds faster, totally worth it. After the second win, I decided to go back to the lobby and check out the leaderboard positions. Aside from the top 3, everyone else on them was tied with 2 triumphs. I didn't see my own name on there, but I figured whatever tiebreaker system the game used had probably just put me further down. I got back to playing, and on my third run immediately after, something interesting happened. Yeah, Belownatural, the creator and owner of TDS, randomly popped into my match for a minute here, because developers have the ability to do that. We talked for a minute, I told him of my master plan. He said they're planning more with leaderboards, and wished me luck with my goal before leaving. And he also enabled the party hat modifier, which doesn't affect gameplay, it just makes the zombies look funny. Man is gone. I got the Belownatural luck buff here, and also the zombies have party hats now. Yeah, shout out Belownatural, the goat. This game was actually a fair bit slower than the previous ones. I had gotten a bit distracted to be fair, and it took a little over 10 minutes to triumph. I knew they should put me into the top 50 margins, so I went back to check the leaderboards. Except, wait a minute, something isn't quite adding up here. I have 3 triumphs, and I'm not there. One thought I had at the time was maybe the leaderboards just hadn't updated yet, maybe there's a bit of a delay. So with nothing else to do, I speedran another normal mode win, getting a time of 9 minutes 22 seconds. When I joined back, things did not look good. Uh-oh. Guys, I have bad news. I think this has all been a waste. I still was not on the leaderboards, even though with 4 wins, I should have been right there in 4th place. I was utterly bamboozled. Bro, why is Hey You Dodo Bird? Why does this guy get to be on the leaderboards and I don't? Every minute I sat trying to figure it out, the other people on the leaderboards were racking up more wins. I tried hopping on my alternate account, Impellers. This account's actually level 138 because I used to grind the game with it, and I did this because my only other thought was maybe my main account was like banned from the leaderboards, because there was some talk of that from Wikia colors. I blame Wikia. But honestly, I didn't really think that was it even at the time, and spoiler, It wasn't. So the run I started here was completely pointless. But during this game, I did try to get a bit more info. I talked with my man Thatcher, a noted TDS administrator, and after a bit of back and forth, he was able to confirm the problem, and I finally figured out what I had to do. I stopped my recording, left the game, logged out of Impellers and back into my Propellers account, and I then went into my computer settings and changed the date and time so that I was now based out of Fiji. And rejoining the lobby, it worked. The leaderboards now said March. Okay, this is all super confusing. Basically, I blame the TDS developers. I'd assume there's a universal reset time for the leaderboards, like the same exact time for everyone. Instead, the TDS leaderboards reset based on time zone. The reason they reset so early in my day was because I guess that was the hourly earliest time zone in the world rolled into March 1st. Which was why the wins got reset for me, as those other people were making progress, but my own triumphs didn't count, because I was still on February 29th. Ooh, okay, explanation over. I was now actually locked into the correct time zone, and I had a lot of ground to make up, since it seemed like my wins before the setting change wouldn't count. I speedran another normal mode win, and even though I had 5 total, I wasn't on there. And after my 6th win, I'm still not on here, am I? I don't think I am. Wait, I'm on there. Wait a minute, look at me. I did. Okay, well, the game actually did go back and retroactively count those wins I got before the time zone change. It seemed like it just took a bit to update. So, with my first goal achieved, just getting on there at all, holy moly, I'm coming for top 3. Now that seems easy, right? The other players were only a few wins ahead of me. Nope. I continued farming wins with normal mode, using that same strategy: golden soldiers, farm, accelerator, use hyper beam, gravedigger fainted. You can imagine that repeated 3 times here. And I was then into the top 10 with 8 wins. My very next triumph brought me to 9th place. For the next run, I switched back to the Honey Valley map, got a pretty fast run. I then changed my loadout to try to fit in Gladiator for the next run, which didn't work as well for me. I honestly haven't used this tower in a long time, I fumbled pretty hard. I switched to the Toyboard map for my next match. I don't really remember why. It didn't end up being any faster anyways. But I was up to 7th place. And I'll also say, take note of this dude, UFJ5. He's going to be important later on. Another 2 wins brought me up to 15 total, and I reached 6th place. By this point, the top 2 players had also just cemented an essentially insurmountable lead. Like 37 wins, 35? How is that even possible in this much time? I mean, like, you can't really— Well, it turns out there's a much better grinding strat than just speedrunning normal mode. I've just received advanced intel that the tutorial counts as a win, so I'm going to grind the tutorial because that's faster. Yeah, I didn't really think of this. In fairness to myself, the tutorial is a very recent addition, and I mean obviously it's super easy, you literally can't lose, and you barely even have to make any inputs. It's the ideal way to farm wins quickly, although you do have to listen to Commander Yap all game, so it's almost not worth it. If you place everything as soon as possible, you can beat the introductory game mode in less than 6 minutes, which was a huge time save from the 10-minute normal mode runs I've been doing. I'm pretty sure the 1st and 2nd place players have been doing this from the start, which is how they got such big leads so early on. After my first tutorial win, UFJ pulled comfortably ahead of me. I got another win, and I stood in 6th place. I got another win after that, and I still remained in 6th place. 2 more wins brought me up to 20 total on the day, and this brought me up to— actually I was still in 6th place. After another tutorial dub, there was a glimmer of hope though. Oh my god. Wait, this guy didn't get another win. This guy might be done. Lance might be out. He might be— oh, this person's on my tail. One of the players ahead of me did indeed log off for the night. Unfortunately, right after this, I ran into a bit of trouble with the tutorial. There's actually a glitch in this mode. On way 4, Commander tells you to upgrade the Scout and Sniper you'll have placed to this point. And if you click a bit too fast when upgrading the Scout, you can unintentionally buy the 3rd level upgrade, which you're not supposed to be able to do. This will leave you with too little money to upgrade the Sniper, and the game won't let you progress. You get soft locked. Oh my god. Bro, why? I'm actually gonna freak out. This actually happened a few other times throughout my tutorial mode grinding when I was just impatient and spam clicking. It was super annoying, and it cost me minutes of time as I was forced to restart the tutorial run. So even after getting the win back quickly— oh my god, they say I'm epic. Bro, I'm not saying you're epic. You're not epic. Dog, just get off, log off. Now I was in 5th place, but the problem was— the 2 players in front of me. As long as they kept using the same strategy, farming tutorial wins, I would literally never get in front of them. I could never win faster, meaning my only chance was to outlast them and grind for long enough that they both stopped playing. Yeah, this was driving me insane. Please subscribe. I finally caught a break on my 23rd win. As they say I'm epic, did log off for the day, meaning it was only UFJ between me and that 3rd place slot. Each win, I anxiously checked the leaderboard to see if he would falter. It's getting late, you know? I mean, whatever time zone he's in, it's probably like 2 AM. It's a Friday, bro has school. He can't be grinding more wins at this point. He's grinding more wins at this point. However, after one more win, something happened. His win count remained at 26, and I was only a match away from glory. I got a pretty speedy tutorial here, 550, and joined back eagerly for one final look at the leaderboards, where indeed, I had done it. I had reached there. Bro, this guy's playing again. Why is this guy playing again? Okay, he got another win. UFJ was back to playing, and I'll give a little spoiler here, he kept playing for a while. He ended the night with 36 whole wins. Another little spoiler, I did not get that many. That prestigious 3rd place spot was barely out of reach for me. There's just no way I could beat this guy. But, come on, I'm not giving up like that. I had one more trick up my sleeve. Something I haven't really explained is that there's a noticeable delay with the leaderboards. In all those clips of me checking the positions, it was actually one triumph behind. Like here, where it said I had 22 wins, I had actually just rejoined the lobby from my 23rd. This doesn't really matter if everyone else is keeping pace with you anyways, but it does mean if you, instead of joining a new match, just wait for like a minute and then rejoin the lobby again, it will accurately update. You can think of it like a little emergency 1 slot boost. Obviously though, this wastes a fair amount of time, since the people you're competing with will just be playing like normal and getting another win in the meantime. And in this situation, it would only tie me with UFJ at 27 wins apiece. But, okay, I didn't find this out until afterwards, actually as I was writing this section of the script. When players are tied on the leaderboards, the game sorts them not in alphabetical order of names, but rather in order of Roblox player ID, from highest to lowest number. Like, present day interlude for a sec, a few days later, there's these people tied at 32 wins. Combat RB's user ID begins with 75, so he's ranked above Tobster because their ID begins with 69. Tobster is likewise above Candle7 because Candle7 has a user ID beginning with 56, and so on and so on and so on. At the time, I didn't know this. I thought it sorted ties by like random chance or something. And I now know that I have nearly the worst possible first digit pairing for this. 1 and 2. This is my Roblox player ID. This meant my only chance was that UFJ also had user ID beginning with 1, and then even smaller sum following that. My odds were astronomically low, but at the time I was like, yeah, it's just a time, maybe I can cheese this. I left and rejoined the lobby in my private server, and I walked over to the leaderboards, where I actually got placed ahead of him in the 3rd spot. There it is. There it is. UFJ. We did it, Reddit. UFJ created his account less than a month before I did mine. His Roblox player ID begins with 1, 2, 2. Mine began with 1, 2, 5. Therefore, the game placed my profile above his, and I successfully took the 3rd place slot, crown and all. Despite so many things going wrong. Oh, oh, he just took the spot back. Okay, you can have it, bro. You can keep it. I had my moment. I knew my record wouldn't stand, but I was okay with that. The next morning, I was down to 12th place, and the day after that, I was gone completely. So, I guess the real lesson here is, that was all pointless and none of it mattered. Great. I don't know, dude. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Comment, like for like, sub for sub, I don't know what I'm saying. See ya.